Well, after a long-awaited absence, Alex Vaughan is finally back on the podcast. I bet you thought he was gone. No, he's here. I know this for a fact because I am him. Let's hit the music. You hit it? You hit the music? The music was hit. You heard it? Welcome, everybody, to the Triple Threat Podcast. My name is Alex Vaughan. With me, as always, are my eldest brother, William Vaughan. Will?
Yeah, hey, you said long-awaited absence. I think you meant long-awaited return.
Unless it was an awaited absence.
Yeah, unless people were waiting for you to not be there. Okay, in return.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's self-deprecating, or is now that I screwed it up. Doesn't matter.
And I pointed it out.
And just Will and I this week, so... No Matt. Matt's not here.
Yeah, Matt can't make it.
He's
tied up at the moment.
He's tied up. He can't. He's got a thing. He's very important. So anyway, the show must go on.
Yeah. Hey, well, guys, I'm here.
Oh my
I'm
goodness!
Here. Why was that door locked? What's going on?
No, you got
what? Nothing.
You got untied.
That's so odd. I know, it was just weird. Yeah. I know. I'm here. Hey, guys, you guys saw the podcast?
How'd you move that wardrobe that was in front of it? You were much stronger than I thought.
Yeah. Well, rage is a powerful ally.
It's true. Well, there's more confusion than rage, and confusion's not that useful, but it worked in that situation.
I'm very easily confused, I'll tell you that much.
It worked in that situation. I was confused, but it worked. I can't explain why.
Matt's still confused. Matt got hurt in his confusion.
Nice. Nice Pokemon.
Hashtag Pokemon.
Oh, I didn't get the reference. I was like, yeah, no, things.
Hashtag Pokemon Red
Things.
Bra. Nice.
Hashtag Pokemon Red Bra.
People also got confused in Pokemon Blue.
Take off your red Pokemon bra and hashtag.
Oh, my God.
We don't have to take it off.
Who are you talking to in that situation?
What the heck does that mean?
No one's here. I'm alone.
Well, we all are, but we're all alone. And
Alex, you're back.
We're
back
on the podcast.
Did you listen to last week's podcast?
A series of unfortunate events, has led me to miss a number of weeks lately, which I don't intend to keep doing.
One of those unfortunate events was you going on vacation.
Well, yeah, that was an unfortunate event. Well, I wanted to record prior to, and Matt was just like, no. Comes out on Monday. By the way, welcome if you're listening on Monday. It's a holiday Monday, Victoria Day, welcome. If it's Tuesday and you're upset you missed it, well, guess what? It's the internet. You can listen to us whenever you want.
That's true. That's very
true. So don't worry about it. It's fine. You probably know that now because you're listening to us on a Tuesday, but I'm just reiterating. I'm with you.
You're going to take your picture.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Sorry, don't keep singing, though.
No,
I don't know the words.
I was doing. I
just like the rhyme.
Bill Hader and Superbad. Yeah, Alex, you were on vacation. I
was on
to balmy Toronto.
Yes, it was balmy there. It was like 27 degrees when I was there on Saturday, and 23 or 24 on Sunday, which was great because I spent most of my time out of doors at various sporting events and patios and out and about around the city. Yeah, sure.
Question about your trip. If the Raptors were still in the playoffs, would you have gone?
Yes, if I could.
If the Raptors were still in the playoffs.
That would have been like a trip for the ages.
Not to take too much, to digress too much, but did you guys see the end of the maybe you did, maybe you didn't, the Atlanta Hawks Washington Wizards game on the weekend?
I heard about it. I didn't see it, though.
Paul Pierce hit a game-tying three-pointer with no time left to put it into overtime and stave off elimination, but he released the ball about a tenth of a second too late, so they called it on the floor. They called it a good shot, and then they reviewed it and had to call it back. So,
whoa, brutal.
That's a rough way to lose. They're just like, yeah, you tied it. That's the greatest shot I've ever seen. It doesn't count. Sorry.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Paul.
When you said Paul, I thought you were going to say Paul Rudd, and then I was about to be much more interested in the Washington Wizards.
Paul Rudd hit a shot.
Well,
he plays for the Wizards.
There have been quite a few buzzer beaters this playoffs. Maybe it's, obviously, it's not uncommon. It's the playoffs. Very good teams play each other. Very close scores.
Are you including hockey in that too?
Yeah, sure.
Because that's very
that is accurate. Yeah,
it is accurate. But I just thought it was a weird point to make.
Yeah, but there's been in the Cavs Bulls series, Derrick Rose hit one, and then LeBron hit one. I think the next game, or like two games later. Anyway, so I think that's interesting. Is like buzzer beaters, like all right, and sometimes you don't beat the buzzer. Sometimes the buzzer beats you. Hey guys, sometimes you get the chicken. Sometimes you get the feathers.
You get the feathers.
Yeah.
And I say that every day.
I say it every day
many times. Say it all the time.
Every day I wake up.
You didn't go to the Raptors game, Alex. What did you go to?
I didn't go to the Raptors game. The most significant factor is that there was not one.
Yeah, he went to a Leafs game though.
Well, first thing I did was I saw a bunch of sharks at the Ripley's Aquarium, which was awesome.
You went, okay, interesting.
So you get to go on every second Friday at the aquarium. They have Sharks at Night, which has live jazz, alcoholic beverages for purchase, and the fish that are always there. But it's quite a setup they got there. So there's turtles and blue. There's a blue lobster, and there's a couple different kinds of sharks and all that. So.
One blue lobster.
There's one blue lobster
crawling around down there.
You're like, oh, that's a cool blue lobster, and then underneath it's like a 8-foot long lobster, and you're like, oh Lord, I did not see that guy there.
Jeez.
So yeah, that's a good time, and saw the Blue Jays play the Red Sox. So I haven't seen the Red Sox play since 8th grade live. I went to see the Red Sox play the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim at Fenway Park when I was about 14 years old. Got a Nomar gold chain.
Nomar, I remember that, man.
That I have in my grade 9 picture, but it's backwards. It's like turned over, so it's just like, whatever. It's fine. It's good for me.
What was it like?
On tips, I'm pretty sure.
What was it like? His number or something on it?
Yeah, 5, and then around it said Nomar.
Nomar.
Red Sox, you say Nomar. So yeah, and then the Red Sox did not come out to play. On Friday night when I got there, they played. I didn't see it. They lost 7-0, and then this game they lost 7-1, and then the game on Sunday that I did not see, they won 6-2. And on Friday night they gave away bobbleheads. On Sunday afternoon, they gave away 20,000 Josh Donaldson jerseys. So the first 20,000 people in the stadium all got a Josh Donaldson jersey.
Oh man!
Did you get one?
No, you didn't go on Sunday.
Saturday, the game I was at, there was Bupkis.
Bupkis.
There was Bupkis.
Oh, I thought you said Butkus.
I would go to a game.
There was
like
Dick Butkus. We all got a Dick Butkus action figure, and not even the one before he was playing football when he was the basketball coach in Hang Time.
Yeah.
Hang Time, running together,
Hang Time,
swimming a dream so fine. Hang Time, I always remember.
I think Anthony Everson was on.
You can't see why
that's a different
these
show.
guys. I know, but I just like
on City Guys. That lineup, that 1-2, that was a good one too.
Yeah,
back in the day on NBC on Saturday afternoons.
And then had like the new
girl.
No, like Saved by the Bell, the new class or whatever it was.
Yes, the new class.
No, Matt, New Girl was not in the NBC Saturday afternoon lineup.
No, New Girl's on Fox currently. Yeah, that's what it's on.
Okay.
Yes, it is. So, Red Sox stunk, which was fine. I was wearing my Pedroia jersey, and no one said anything to me. I was kind of second time I've done that, and no one ever chirps. So you just go to games where the teams, no one really cares about their team, and then no one really says anything to you.
Yeah. Also, they play 162 games. They're just like, here he is.
Yeah, I mean,
everything's on the line right now.
There's a good crowd. They get a really good crowd when the Red Sox and Yankees are in town. It was a good weekend for it, so it was great. Good facility, I guess.
Looked like a great day for a ball game here at Rogers Center.
Oh, but that CN Tower, it's so tall. Oh, my Lord. You can see people out there on the skywalk. You're like, what are you doing to yourselves?
Yeah, well, I can't understand. I can't understand that. That's...
Like, you can see them out there, and you're like, look, I've been up there, and just even going up the elevator, because it's not a smooth ride. It shakes a bit.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old
building. Have you never been up? Have you never been up there?
I've never been
Matt,
up.
have you ever been up there?
No, I haven't. I don't think
So I went up there about 5 years ago, and there's a glass floor and everything like that, and I couldn't even look down on the glass floor. People are standing on the glass floor, jumping on it as hard as they can, and I'm just standing there with my head in my knees, trying not to vomit.
Oh God! Why?
But I got a picture taken with me on the glass floor, but you just walk backwards until you're on it. Don't look down. Get a picture. With a little tear coming out of your eyes.
And a little pee coming out.
But that even happened, I went to friends of a friend's apartment, and it was only on the 36th floor, but it overlooks kind of Rogers Center and Skydome and stuff like that, right in the heart of downtown. And there's going to be a 46-story apartment building in front of that, which is going to completely block the view, but right now it's a really nice view. But even 36 stories up and me looking down to the ground, I'm just like, no, can't do it.
Can't do it. Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
That CN Tower looks. It looks good. It looks okay at night when it's all lit up. And when they added those lights to it, that looks pretty nice. But in the daytime, it looks kind of like dirty.
Yeah, it's a big, ugly concrete.
Like it's pretty ugly.
Yeah.
Like, it looks pretty dated. Like it looks like
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like it looks like it's something
no
out
one
of
can
the
argue with that.
Yeah, it looks like it's something out of the 70s. And it's,
This is gonna be cool forever.
yeah, there's something out of the 70s, and it's the biggest thing in town. Like it's ridiculous. Like you can see it from. Anyway, I mean, it's whatever. It's cool. I hate heights. Do not like heights. Like Alex, you describing the skywalk and the glass floor.
The glass floor.
My feet, the muscles in my feet are tense. They're very tense right now. It feels very bad. But I would like to, I guess I don't want to say bucket list because I ain't going nowhere anytime soon. I'd want to go up sometime.
Well, it's like Ricky Gervais says in An Idiot Broad. What Carl Pilkington goes, if I'm about to die, I'm not going to go climb Mount Kilimanjaro. He's like, it's not things to do on your deathbed. It's things to do before you die in your lifetime.
Bucket list.
Oh, okay.
My bucket list is to swim with the sharks in South Australia. That's my bucket list.
My bucket list. It's the only thing on there, and it might be for good reason.
It's the thing you want to do before you die.
Not on your deathbed.
On my bucket list, I want to outrun a bullet.
I mean, like most things, like most things, Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson have ruined it for everybody. So, yeah. Toronto's a beautiful city, though. I do like it there quite a bit. Beautiful weather there. It was a Rob Reiner movie, yeah.
It's a nice town. Oh, it was. Okay, good. Nice. T.O.'s a nice town. I'd like to go back again sometime soon. It's a cool place.
Yeah. It's a good spot, for sure.
Yeah, think about living there. It's definitely very different from Vancouver. I just think it'd be cool to live in a town with a baseball team. I mean, we have a baseball team here, but it's like double A or single A affiliate.
Well, good. We have a baseball team here too.
Oh, you do?
Halifax Dry Ice. I don't know what they're called.
Dry Ice.
Actually,
Well, I mean, there's like a senior baseball league here. It's not any type of AAA thing or anything like that.
So we have the Vancouver Canadians as the single A affiliate of the Jays. And they play. The tickets to a ball game are dirt cheap. I've only seen one. I actually do every year. I do want to get out to one because it is a good time out there at Nat Bailey Stadium. And I went a couple years ago to a playoff game, and they're playing the Boise somethings. I think it was the Hawks, the Boise Hawks, and it was the best baseball game I've ever seen in my entire life. They were down 7-0 or 7-1, I think, and then in the sixth inning, they came back and they won the game 10-7. Like wild pitches, runner comes home runs, just bunt balls. Like it was nuts. It was such a good time. And I was there.
Yeah.
I was there with my agent and her family, and she had to go early, take her kids, kids home, kids to bed. I was like, okay, I'll sit here and watch the game. And then that's when it got out of hand. I was like, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a pro sports game to be
it was
a
amazing.
very exciting game. And, not to get down on us too much, but none of us are really great athletes. So anyone playing in the minors of minor leagues are probably better at sports far
better
than we are.
Yeah.
So.
Certainly.
Yeah, especially baseball.
Matt, do you resemble those remarks or what?
I feel like I probably do.
I played softball a couple of years ago, and I was bad. I struck out in minor and slow pitch, man.
I played softball a couple years back. I did pretty good, actually. I
really
pretty
will.
well.
Were you swinging for the fences or what, Will?
I guess so, yeah.
Because you really just got to watch it come in. Like I did that a couple times playing softball. I was like just trying to pound it, and then as soon as you watch it come in and just let the bat kind of hit it, you're like, I don't have to hit it that hard to make good contact.
No, you just got to get on base.
Just make good contact. Yeah, exactly.
Just get on base.
I actually just joined an intramural team, so it's volleyball, ultimate frisbee, soccer, and touch football, dependent on
all at the same time.
Yeah, all at the same time. It's insane. It's
like CrossFit.
It's like CrossFit.
It's like CrossFit for sports. So those happen at different times. So I don't know how good I'll be at. I thought softball is one of them. It's not, but I guess it's kind of the sports you don't need any gear for other than a pair of shoes.
Yeah. Softball.
Probably wear
softball,
clothes,
you need
maybe some
stuff.
shorts or something.
Touch football, like I played with them once for touch football. It's so hard to play. Like there's no one knows each other. You can't run routes or anything like that. It's just kind of like run, just sprint and then walk back, and then sprint and walk back.
Well, there
all
you go.
it is.
That's basically what real football is, right?
No, do some
Yeah,
curls.
pretty
Get in
much.
there.
If you're a receiver.
If you're, yeah, exactly. But you know, then you guys can meet. You guys can practice at like 6 a.m. for a couple hours before work. You know,
Oh yeah.
start running routes. Really get the playbook in there.
It's a pretty intense league.
Pretty intense intramural league. It's like the intramural. Yeah.
Hey, mule. I was going to call you out on that.
Yeah. Well,
I like turtles.
got myself. Shoot. Gosh, hey, speaking of football, guys.
Speaking of football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much air do you like in yours?
Just the right amount. It's kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You don't really know till you get a feel of it, and you just kind of get, just go with what feels good. Just go with what feels good.
So
it's just a game.
What's the latest on that? So Tom, all right, let's give him the goods.
So Thomas Brady
Thomas
has been
Edison
suspended by
Brady.
the NFL.
Yes.
Due to the Wells report, from the AFC Championship football game in January, when it was found that 11 of the Pats' game balls were found to be under the allowed pressure of, I think it has to be between 12.5 and 13.5 psi.
What was the final score of that game?
It was 45-7.
Yeah. Okay.
And this was in the first half when it was 17-7 going into half. And then they won. Then they won the second half 28-0. So actually did better in the second half with the regular balls after it was found the first balls were slightly underinflated. So because of that, playing with the underinflated balls, and the Wells report concluded that Tom Brady was more probable than not that he was aware that the balls were being deflated, and because of that, he gets suspended for 4 games.
And that is pretty ridiculous conclusion to reach, or at least it's not a ridiculous conclusion.
It's a ridiculous punishment.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. I think anyway.
I think okay. So so this is just part of the Patriots' punishment, which is they got a first round pick taken away, a fourth round pick taken away, and
fined
$1 million. I would say, and I haven't been able to phrase this properly before this moment, but I would say that every aspect of that, if only one of those things was punishment for this, it would be too much. Fourth round pick taken away, too much.
Yeah.
$1 million, too much.
What's funny about it is someone wrote something online where they're like, well, I mean, if Brady is suspended for 4 games, that would have cost the Patriots $1.8 million just to pay him. So they're actually profiting off of this fine of $1 million.
So
they have a net gain of
$800,000.
Look on the bright side, guys. Come on.
Guys, come on, let's look at this. But we got Garoppolo goat going, so we'll see
goat.
what happens there. So Matt and I were paying close attention to the punishment,
of course, yes,
because we have plans to go see the Patriots play this year, which neither one of us has seen them play at Gillette Stadium.
Right.
I saw them play in Houston a while back, but I mean that's not the same. It's as good as it is. Like even seeing the Red Sox play in Toronto this weekend, it's great. Or last weekend, but at the same, being with the home team is where it's at.
Yeah, you guys,
especially in baseball, everyone's got their walk-up music and all that. It's pretty cool. But
we really wanted to make sure that they weren't going to be out of Tom Brady for 8 weeks.
And I mean, you really never know anyway, because people get injured or anything. So that's kind of the gamble when you're buying tickets for a sports game. So who knows what's going to happen? But yeah, so we were paying close attention to that, hoping it wouldn't be a long suspension. And I mean, anything above 4 seems ridiculous, and even 4 seems stiff. 2 seems like it'd be a much regular thing.
Yeah, and so so Tom Brady is going to has appealed. Now, who's going to hear his appeal?
Who's going to hear his appeal? Good question, Matt. Because the punishment was not put down by Commissioner Roger Goodell, I think the guy's name was Troy Vincent, who actually put down the punishment. Because of that, Roger Goodell is able to arbitrate the case, or whatever you want to call it, make a ruling on the suspension. So Roger Goodell is the man in charge of finding whether or not the suspension is worthy or not. He's going to oversee the case.
Which seems ridiculous because
if he seems like a conflict of interest, if you ask me. I think you'd want some sort of third party or anything like that. Like when a NHL player goes to salary arbitration, the league, the team makes their case, the player makes their case, and somebody says, "Okay, well, here's what you should actually get paid." And,
But when it comes
here.
to suspensions in the NHL, if you appeal your cause, you go to Gary Bettman. Very similar
yeah, I guess so.
situation.
Yeah,
So it's still ridiculous because they're going to arbitrate on a case that would make their side look bad if they went against it.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a conflict of interest there.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is ridiculous.
I don't know. I think people have said, Adam Schefter said that he has Brady obviously has a really good legal team. He'd be surprised if he misses a game, is what his source said. Anyway, he's not saying that. But, we'll see what happens. It sucks. It really sucks. I mean, when you go with the more probable than not, and you think it's worthy to give a 4-game suspension without sufficient evidence, it just seems kind of odd to me. I mean, I feel like this could be the basis for Serial's podcast this year. Just go over and over. She talks with Brady from his, palatial home and wherever he is.
Calling from
Gillette Stadium.
Giselle Bunkin's house.
Tom, Brady.
Tom, do you remember where you were? I mean, probably I was warming up with Jules, but specifically, I can't really remember exactly where I was at 3 o'clock that day.
I don't know. It was just a regular day,
I don't know. But for me, what it comes down to is like Christmas magic. I love that so much.
I was catching up on some Saturday Night Live, and I saw the parody they did of Neurotology.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And it was a parody of, kind of a parody from Going Clear when the Scientology documentary that was on HBO.
Yep.
And they showed footage from Scientology's music video, which is like this like horrible We Are the World kind of sing-along thing.
Yes,
so they did a parody of that with a original called Neurotology, but they said like, we updated it with new information. So people are singing and looking crazy, and then underneath in captions it's like, left the church in 2004, or it's like, is currently sued, or like, is attached to a toilet somewhere.
Okay. I think I saw it, but I'm so behind on SNL.
Yeah, missing.
Well,
anybody know
the
what
one on Saturday was great. Louis C.K. was hosting the finale. It was
Louis C.K.
with Rihanna. Yeah,
Rihanna. I'm sure it was
girl,
quite good.
That woman better have my the dollars she owes me. That's all I can say. Literally, it's all I can say on this podcast.
Yeah.
She has a song called "B Better Have My Money," so I said that woman better have the dollars she owes me. Never mind, Matt.
One more thing I was going to say about Tom. I think his punishment should be to play with CFL-sized footballs for the rest of the season. I think that's what it should be.
Did you see in the New Yorker?
No.
Tom Brady got punished by having to play. It said like Tom Brady sentenced to a year of playing with the New York Jets.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, it would be interesting to hear what you have to say, because Matt and I, obviously, as much as we want to say, like, more probable than not, means that seems kind of weird, but we also have that home event, whether we want to admit it or not.
Obviously,
no one should really believe it.
Obviously, it's a weighted discussion because you guys are huge fans of the team.
They're okay.
But, I mean, I don't know. Here's my thing, and I listen to you guys, but I also listen to Bill Burr's podcast, and obviously Bill has something to say about Tom being suspended, and he gets talking about the patch, dude. But I don't know when in sports more probable than not has proven anything. Isn't sports a very definitive thing? It has to be kind of beyond a shadow of a doubt. And it's like I don't understand the wording more probable than not. Like I don't know why that merits action. But Bill's like, come on, like everybody. What they say, Philip or Aaron Rodgers likes his balls a little overinflated,
and he's admitted to so.
Yeah. And Jerry Rice, Hall of Famer, he used illegal stickums for a lot of his career. So anyway, everyone, it's NFL football. Everyone's looking for an edge. Everyone does something. Everyone's got a skeleton in the closet, so to speak. So.
Someone like Ray Lewis actually does have a skeleton in his closet.
Oh, too soon.
But not a suit.
Not a suit, yes, exactly. Which is odd, because you'd think, of all places...
Jeez, you'd think you have the skeleton out of the closet and the suit in there. But hey, that's beside the point. But someone did make the point, Michael Silver said, it's a dumb kind of whiny point to say, you guys cheat too, so we shouldn't, face any punishment or something. More, not on the Pat side, but on the fan side. He's just saying...
It's odd to say that it's odd to me still to consider it cheating, because there's no measurable effect.
In fact, I think they proved that it's like a slight disadvantage, right? If they're
Well, I saw a sports science thing was like, well, there's no obvious benefit to it. And the other problem is that I don't understand how the NFL could have gotten themselves in this position. If you inspect the balls, like, okay, if every team supplies balls for each game, they should supply them, and then Rush should approve them, and then Rush should take them, and that's it.
Right.
And they say, we have a little case, and then half are yours and half are theirs, and you can't touch them, you can't get them. So like the fact that the NFL is in this position is ludicrous anyway. It's like if you had a cookie jar in your house, and you had like kids there, and the cookie jar was just always open, and there's always cookies in it. And you're like, hey, why are these kids eating these cookies? It's because it's open, and they can reach it. That's why.
Yeah.
You don't have to reach it. Put it somewhere else.
And what's funny about that is that Ryan Grigson, I think, is the GM of the Indianapolis Colts. He actually let the league know prior to the game that he was suspicious that the Patriots played with underinflated balls. So the league specifically went to the refs and were like, hey, don't let these balls out of your sight. And then in the Wells report, there's about an 8 or 9 minute thing where the refs don't have the balls.
Yeah,
They
well, there you
completely
go.
lost them. So
they lost him.
So I don't know.
Phil, where'd the balls go? Were you watching them? Yeah, but I watched this cat video on my phone. I turned away for a second and they were gone. Oh, here they are. Somebody brought them back. Thanks, guy with the Patriots jacket on. No problem.
These feel lighter.
These feel slightly underinflated, do you?
These don't feel good. Can we measure these? It's almost like entrapment in a way. There's just like, yeah, well, we'll measure them mid-game. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's exactly like Sean Connery.
It's exactly like Sean Connery.
They're trying to entrap us. He's trying to measure the balls.
Oh, he's Russian.
That's right. It's me from
That's
the
as
hunt.
good as his Russian impression.
That's actually way better than Sean Connery's Russian.
It's
and I
me
know that
from
for sure.
the hunt
Because he was in
from
that
Red
movie.
October. That's
There
me.
you go.
That's right.
That's the one.
So Craig always said, Craig Ferguson's like, Sean Connery doesn't bother acting. He's like, yeah, she's right. I'm an Irish cop, Bagora. He's just like, in every movie he's in, he's like, yeah, that's right. I'm Russian. He's like, whatever.
So, long story short, as well, you semi sort of agree with us that it's hard to punish on more probable than not.
Well, and also, players get an entire season for violating the substance policy, smoking a bit of weed, and then this guy gets, 4 games. I don't know.
This guy might know something about a ball situation.
Yeah.
They gave him a quarter season.
Yeah.
It's so funny on Jimmy Fallon, his monologue was like, Tom Brady got suspended for 4 games for the NFL by more than likely knowing he played with underinflated balls. But he may get the suspension reduced if he ever commits a real crime.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, yeah, no, that's not inaccurate.
Yeah, it's not inaccurate. So I don't know. And also too, this is the thing I think about the teams. In my opinion, I think
10 things I think.
Well, I mean, we might as well speculate on this. What do you think the record of the first 4 games is going to be? I think they'll probably be at least
3-4.
Hold on.
3-4.
Sorry, the first 4 games of the
3-1.
season. Oh boy, that went downhill.
Sorry, 3-1. You know what I meant.
Well,
3 out
why
of
don't
4.
we might as well take a look at their.
I was just going to say, I got to look at their schedule.
up
So
the
the first
schedule.
game of the season is going to be against the Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday night.
That's not an easy game. But
No,
That's not an easy game at all. Roethlisberger's pretty annoying
on
to
Thursday
to play against. So we play at home.
Feel
We
better about our
play
defense, though.
me and the Patriots play September 10th. Pittsburgh Steelers at home. Then at the Buffalo Bills. That's not an easy game.
Rex Ryan's Bills. Yeah,
Rex Ryan's Bills with with Shady. Then they play. Then the Jacksonville Jaguars come to town.
Oh, right.
So
well, put that one in the win column.
not featuring
and-
not featuring Dante Fowler Jr.
I don't know, Matt. 3-1. They got to play
It's
the
pretty
Steelers
optimistic, yeah.
at home.
What's the
Or,
fourth
sorry,
game?
in Gillette. Then they play the Bills. Sorry, the Jaguars is the one that's more likely to be. They have a bye week 4. Oh God!
right.
Then they play at the Cowboys in AT&T Stadium.
Okay,
So,
well, it's much closer to being 1-3 or 2-2.
yeah, not an
Especially
easy,
with Mr.
not an
Brady
easy
going.
schedule to start the season.
Right.
Then the first game. Now, if Tom Brady's suspension is upheld, interestingly enough, he'd come back. It would be week 5 with the
Well, week 6, game 5.
Week 6, game 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, sorry. At the Indianapolis Colts, of all places.
That early. Oh, how ironic! That early bye is brutal.
Yeah,
It's
week
super
4 bye is 3 games and then a bye. That is brutal.
Like 3 games without your starter, and then a bye, and then 1 more game without your starter, and then he comes back. I mean,
And he
whatever.
plays
He's
12 straight.
He'll be fine. 12 games in a row.
To quote Miles Teller from Whiplash,
Yes.
I'm upset. I'm upset.
And I'm upset.
So we'll leave it at that for now, I guess. I mean, we all kind of agree that it seems like we'll report back on this obviously later on when we find out what becomes of that suspension.
Yes, our sources will be the same as Adam Schefter's sources.
Upheld, I will lose it.
And we'll read it on Twitter at 140 characters. Alex, did you ever...
So that's...
Oh,
yeah, go ahead, Will.
No, this is off topic. Go, you keep on, man.
I was just going to do a pretty flawless transition, but yes, I was going to say we were talking about football.
Oh boy,
you saw
about your
different
transitions there, man.
There's a different kind of football that Alex that you saw recently as well.
Yes, I saw also in Toronto. Boy, Alex had some interesting travels on the weekend.
Alex went to a city.
I saw TFC, Toronto FC, Toronto Football Club, if you really want to just elongate the whole thing.
Yeah.
They had their home opener against the Houston Dynamo at the newly renovated BMO Field. So they added a big grandstand on the eastern side.
I was going to say that looked new. I didn't.
Yeah. So this was their 7th or 8th game of the season. So the first 7 games were all on the road, and usually your home opener would be March or April, but it wasn't until this time. So we sat in section 113. There's about 2.5 sections that are designated supporter sections, and they are Looney Tunes. People are putting off smoke bombs. There's big chants. There's seats, but no one sits. There's flags. There's air horns. There's megaphones. There's everything there. So it's kind of right in the thick of that. They have tons of chants. The crowd's going nuts. Everyone's really pumped to be there. It's not a sellout, but it was pretty close to it. Or the stadium was pretty filled. And then unfortunately, TFC came out pretty flat. They have a couple good players. 2 Americans, Michael Bradley and Josie Altidore, who are kind of their stronger players, and ended up losing 2-1. So it was a good experience. It wasn't the best game. It wasn't until about the 75th minute after they scored that they really started picking it up. But it's definitely good to see. Luckily for me, on both games I went to, I actually had friends who had connections. So I think it cost me like $30 for the ticket to each game, which I think was half price for each of them. So.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Did pretty good on that.
You had good seats at that ball game. I saw the photos.
Yeah, so for the soccer game, we were 4th row back, just behind the net, which was really good seats. And then for the baseball game, it was, I think, when we did it, it was like row 22. That's pretty far back. But then you start going down the steps because it starts at row 56 up the way, so you're really close to the action. Enough that anything coming off the bat, you're really going to be paying attention to because. They come in with some heat.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Latino heat.
Latino heat.
So yeah, the TFC game was great. If you're ever in town, definitely go check that out. They need to get their wits together about actually putting a good team on the field. They're kind of a mess, but it's still a good game to see.
Yeah, they kind of suck.
Houston's first goal was a penalty right in front of us. Michael Bradley took a guy down in the box in the 44th minute, and that sucked going into halftime. And then they came out with a really strong run, probably 7 or 8 minutes into the second half, and scored. And I was just back. It was the goal way down from us. But I was just watching. I was like, oh boy, that was I know I can't do anything to celebrate that, but that was a really nice goal.
Just sit quietly and nod curtly.
It was kind of funny seeing the Sox game and the Jays game. I mean, as big of a Sox fan as I am, which is not all that big, but I hate the Yankees and all that. I don't really care. I don't really hate the Jays. Unfortunately for the Jays, it's mostly because they're harmless.
Hey,
they haven't been in the playoffs since they won the World Series in 1993. So you kind of just it's the Jays.
Yeah,
they're doing
you can't
their
get
best.
You can't get too riled up.
No, you can't get too riled up. And if they got good eventually, maybe you could start hating on them. But anyway, having said that, there's only one home run in the game, which was Edwin Encarnacion. I think had one in the 6th. And sometimes guys would hit it and it'd go down to the track, and you're like, oh wow, that one carried a lot. That almost got out of the park. And you're like, I wonder what a home run looks like. And as soon as it came off Encarnacion's bat, you're just like, yep, that's way better.
Right away, right?
Oh yeah, you're just like, yeah, that's a second.
It's great. It's great being in a ball game and just seeing that ball just go. It's like it's insane. I think
I jumped
crazy.
Up immediately. I'm like, I'm wearing the wrong jersey, but.
But you can't help but be a fan of the sport. It's crazy how big that ball field is and how guys just crush it outside of its boundaries. To me, it's just insane. When I showed up to the Jays game in Seattle, it was a year or two ago. Both times I went down to Seattle to see the Jays, and I want to go down this year because I haven't been in a while. But both times I've gone down, I got there late. I think we got there in the third inning, and I think Encarnacion hit one, and then Adam Lind hit one, like one to right field, one to left field, like right away, right when we got there.
And then Encarnacion does that little chicken wing around first plate.
Yeah.
First base, first plate.
Here's
your first plate. Here's your second plate.
Enjoy
the buffet.
Here's 10,000 in case you want seconds, or whatever he says. Heck, what was I gonna say about the thing? So ball game. The FC. The TFC. You said you get it was like $30. Was half price. Okay, so that's not too bad for a ticket.
And like the Jays game, we had really good seats, so you can get them cheaper, obviously.
Yeah, you can get super cheap ones out in the. I actually watched a game there a couple years ago at a restaurant called Sightlines, which is basically in the outfield, but like it's kind of a buffet. So you get to watch the game, and you have a buffet, and people come around and serve you beers and stuff, and it's nice. It's actually very expensive, but
beers were dirt cheap at the TFC game. Large draft was I don't know, $15, real cheap.
Oh boy!
Do they fill it from the bottom? Did they do that bottom?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a bottom fill. I've seen those at the ACC. It's just like a little contraption, opens it up from the bottom, and then
so it has like the cup doesn't have basically it's a beer cup that has a hole in the bottom. Wait a minute, that wouldn't work at all. But it's got it's
kind of like inflating a football mat. Like you put the needle in, and it allows the liquid to come in, and when you remove it, it kind of suctions, or like the Gatorade bottles or something like that. It's almost like that sort of effect.
Did you have an underinflated? Do you have an underinflated beer?
I didn't have an underinflated beer, but
it was
didn't fill from the bottom. Yeah,
filled it from the bottom. Now we're here.
Filled from the bottom. Now we're here. Actually, Joey Bats has his walk-up music is Drake trophies.
Hey man, Drake's T.O. boy, you know.
Hit records on my demo. Did y'all boys not get that memo? And then he strikes out, and everyone's like, "All right, that was fun."
Trophies. They could stand to win some trophies. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Alex, did I show you that Funny or Die video with Weird Al in Whiplash? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't actually.
All right, I'll send it to you. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I want to check that out for sure. I've seen him in American Psycho with Huey Lewis.
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Al's always up for a lark.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Just if I can transition to another soccer game for a minute, and
please.
I know I'm talking about this podcast, so I apologize.
We've missed.
Gotta make up for it.
I haven't been here for a while. I got a lot of things to say. I still haven't anything of the show to reveal. Oh my goodness!
Oh, yes,
Stay tuned for that later on. At the top of the hour, new enemy of the show review. So Liverpool is a soccer team that I support.
It's a city,
very
too.
Well, it's a city, but we're just talking about soccer right now. And one of their players, Steven Gerrard, has been there for, I think, 17 years playing. And over the weekend, it was his last game at Anfield, which is their home field. So he's retiring not from soccer, but from the Premier League.
He's retiring from good soccer.
He's retiring from good soccer. He's just basically he's still can play, not at the level he was able to, when they won the Champions League in 2003 when they came down from 3-0 at halftime. But whatever. He had his last game at Anfield this weekend, so it's kind of not great to see because they actually never did win a championship with him, but. That's fine. So, congratulations to Steven Gerrard. Forever will be in the hearts of all Liverpool fans. I mean, he's a friggin' saint over there. And now he's going to be playing for the LA Galaxy in the MLS. So, good for us. If you live in North America, you could see him play in Vancouver sometime, which was a little bit harder when he played for Liverpool. And or go see him play in Toronto or anything like that. So, that was, good and bad to see.
Yeah,
bittersweet.
He'd be a draw up here.
Last year was their year, too, man. Last year was their year, really. I mean, they had Suarez, they had him, and then they ended up finishing second in the league, and that was the time to do it. Now, next year, they're both going to be going.
All I got to say about the MLS is that whoever named the teams probably named the WNBA teams as well. Because the team names,
Not good.
Vancouver Whitecaps I can forgive because that was the name of their team, like, in the 74. So like even though it's a new team, they're kind of like, yeah, it's founded in 74.
A decent name.
I suppose Sounders kind of makes sense for Seattle because they're at the Puget Sound, and that's kind of I guess a nickname for someone around there. I'm not going to go through everything. Sporting Kansas City, okay.
Portland Timbers.
The Timbers, yeah. Houston Dynamo, right? The Galaxy.
New England Revolution.
Yeah, the Revolution. They have the
How about
Philadelphia
Real Salt Lake?
Union. I don't know why it's got Real on there.
Oh, I hate it so much.
They have New York Red Bulls, New York City FC, Montreal Impact, Orlando City FC, and one of my favorites is Columbus Crew.
Ooh,
All right, yeah,
that's a good one.
and Chicago Fire also on. I think
Inappropriate.
I think it's Wednesdays this fall on NBC, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. By the way, we talked about canceled shows last week. We brought up the Mindy Project, which has been
You
picked
guys
up.
talked about a lot of canceled shows. Some of them I hadn't even heard of.
Well, yeah, and
Backstrom or whatever it was called.
hey, man, Backstrom was shot out here.
Never heard of it.
I was at the table read for that. And now it's gone. But Mindy Project got picked up by Hulu. They're picking up 26 episodes, so shows that.
What would that be? 2 seasons then? Is that what they're saying?
Yes, I think it's like 2 seasons.
15 episode seasons. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a show that I watch, but wouldn't like if it moves to Hulu. I'm just gonna sort of. I don't know. Don't care.
Don't have
I can't really
Hulu.
get that here, so
yeah, exactly. It's part of the reason I don't care.
You
I know,
can
Matt.
use it,
I know.
though.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
I'm aware. But I'm just saying, like for the most part, we
Matt.
can't.
Every time
Matt.
we're like, well, we can't. Matt's like, gosh, you know what we can do? Yes, we know.
Well, don't say you can't when you can. I don't know.
Don't say. You know what? Actually, that's a good way to go through life. Don't say.
You know
you
what
can't.
would make the Mindy Project a lot better, or anything a lot better? Just put Sam Rockwell in it. Just put Sam Rockwell in
Yeah,
it.
sure.
For anything. I watched Seven Psychopaths over the weekend.
Oh,
and,
Sam, so
the dude can just act circles around everybody. It's amazing. It's incredible.
The dude's so good.
He's so good.
What was the cast? So it was. What was it? It was him.
Like, he's in the new Poltergeist. I got to see him in Poltergeist, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even care.
It's a freaking poltergeist.
Seven Psychopaths?
What was that? Him? It was him and Walken and
Woody Harrelson, Christopher Walken,
Colin Farrell. Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer for the
Tom
new.
Waits.
Tom Waits has a little part in it. I haven't seen the trailer for True Detective season 2 yet, but
There's a
looks
second
very
one
cool.
now.
There's a second one. Yeah, there's a...
They talk in that one. Vince
Yeah.
Vaughn is in it. And
And shoot, I also forgot to watch the Supergirl trailer. But
I watched 2 minutes of it and it looked very dumb.
Well, from what I've heard, it also looks very much like Avengers: Age of Me or Black Widow: Age of Me, I should say.
Yeah, that didn't help.
The SNL
That
parody.
element of it did not make it look any
No, I
better.
didn't see
It
that.
helps that SNL came out with that first, and they can be like,
I mean, yeah.
right? So I think that's kind of funny. But yeah, apparently it's Supergirl looks kind of like, she's a Supergirl. I don't know how to explain it. So that there's that.
It's like the Ant-Man. I don't know what's coming of Ant-Man. I can't make heads or tails of it. But as Matt alluded to last week, because I did listen to the podcast, Corey Stoll's in it, and he's good in everything. So worth checking out.
Yeah,
He's going to yell at somebody. It's going to be
and
good.
he's a good-looking guy.
I was frozen today. I mean, he can't grow hair to save his life. Played Ernest Hemingway in Midnight in Paris. Very well done.
Oh, okay.
Very well done. Yeah, so Ant-Man, I don't know what to think of it. Seven Psychopaths, if you haven't seen it, I mean, it came out in 2012. If you saw In Bruges, written and directed by the same guy, so it's,
And I still got to see The Guard. That's a
And that's on Netflix. You can just go watch that right now. Literally, once we're done doing this, you can go watch it right now.
Actually, I'm not even going to wait. Bye, guys.
Bye. Okay, see you later.
Okay.
Okay, Matt, it's just you and I, so...
You and I.
I need to tell you about a couple things about Will.
JK, I'm still here.
Oh, hey, man, what's up?
Oh, well, I am.
Toads JK. Hey, WWE Payback was yesterday. I forgot to do our Payback preview, but congratulations to the guy who won the thing. Daniel Bryan, unfortunately.
Can I ask you a question, Will?
Yes.
Did we forget to do it, though? Or did we just not do it?
I guess that is. Well, I guess I forgot.
We didn't. I don't think we
knew.
forgot to do it so much as we didn't do it.
No, wait. I think I forgot to do it right after I hung up last week. I was like, I
Matt,
forgot
what do
to
you
that.
think? Do you think we forgot to do it?
I don't know.
I think. All right. So obviously,
That's right.
no
So
secret-
yeah, things happened.
It's no
in the
secret I'll
show,
be-
which was great.
It's no secret I'm the wrestling guy on the podcast. I watch all the shows. Okay, so Daniel Bryan, in a scary kind of mirror image of last year, had to relinquish his title that he won at WrestleMania.
Had to Peter Dinklage's title.
Oh, wow. Okay. had to imp his title away. I don't know. Yes, he had to give up.
You said relinquish.
Oh, relinquish, right. Had to give up his title, left the Intercontinental
Obviously
title
the
in
next-
the ring, and kind of left it. Last time he gave up the world title, he was a little bit more optimistic. He's like, "Will I be back?" Yes, and did the whole thing. And now he's just kind of like, maybe weeks, maybe months, and I might not wrestle again. And all right, see ya. We'll leave the title in the ring.
You should. If you do that twice, like maybe you should be like, you know what? Instead of going, maybe I'll be back, maybe I won't. Maybe I should make the decision that I shouldn't risk it.
Yeah.
Like Will would say, I think Will's your catchphrase, Will, is about risking it for the biscuit.
Yes.
Risk it for the biscuit. But in this case, I think the biscuit isn't worth risking it for.
He's had the biscuit, and it's just that he wrestles such a hard impact style too. I mean, the guy had a
Hard Impact is my favorite Dirty Harry movie, by the way. Go on.
There you go. He wrestled such a stiff style. And he wrestled a really physical match at WrestleMania. It was a ladder match, and obviously a guy with a freshly kind of coming off an injury like that. I don't know. You give him the Intercontinental title. That's like the workhorse title, right? And we thought that we'd see him
now anyway.
Yeah, we thought we'd see him defend it a bunch, and it turns out John Cena is the guy who's defended his title every week since he's won it. So yeah, hopefully Daniel gets better. I'm obviously a big fan of his. I have tremendous respect for the man, but obviously his health has to come first. Hopefully he can still be on the air and travel. Maybe he can be like he was Raw GM for like 1 week, and it was pretty entertaining. So he could definitely be like a backstage kind of figure if they do something.
He could definitely still play a part, in the world of professional wrestling and with the WWE specifically. But whether or not it's worth actually getting back in the ring, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah. He burned so hot for a little while, but I guess he burned out too quickly. I'll tell you what, one thing he won't be in, and I'll do this preview next week because there's another pay-per-view in May. WWE added one 2 weeks after Payback. It's Elimination Chamber from Corpus Christi.
Serious?
Yeah, May 31st.
Wait. How's that possible?
You have one pay-per-view.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, you have another one.
Well, it's possible. It's possible because you have, and this is a WWE Network exclusive. It's possible because you have your own channel, basically.
Oh, okay.
So they've been giving away a lot of months too. I think November was free, February was free, and I think they gave away May for free too for new subscribers, and that's only in the States, but. Yeah, new subscribers, you get May for free, so you get Payback and Elimination Chamber for free. I think NXT has a pay-per-view this Thursday, NXT TakeOver or something or other. And those are always amazing shows. NXT is definitely a very, very bright spot for them. But yeah, I thought it was weird. It's just like, we're adding a new show. Elimination Chamber is coming back. It's like, oh, okay.
That just seems like a rather big, I don't know. You think... I don't know. That just seems like a big show to have with a 2 week build up versus if it was just like a
because you got to get six
like a
guys
Taboo
in that
Tuesday,
match.
let's say like a Taboo Tuesday thing, or if they actually turned the King of the Ring they just did into an actual thing, then you could just have King of the Ring. What's great about the King of the Ring is it needs no build up.
Yeah,
because you can just go, okay, there's 8 guys, there's this many matches, and whoever wins at the end will be crowned King of the Ring. You can do that, but it just seems like with Elimination Chamber, it's such a
well, here's
high-profile match that it's. I don't know. That's just me.
Here's the thing. Well, this is basically what they can do. Is they had that Fatal 4-Way yesterday, so you throw. So those are 4 guys that are probably all still in the mix.
Put Ambrose in anything, it's going to be better.
Yeah, it's going to be better. Throw them all in there, and then add 2 guys. I'm not sure who you add. I'd say maybe Wyatt and Ryback, but that's a weird program for both of them. I don't think that's.
I don't understand anything they do nowadays. Anyway, not to interrupt, but when they have build-ups for rivalries, and then let's say the Miz and Show Miz or whatever his name is. Sorry,
Show Miz. That was his tag team with Big Show. You mean Sandow? He's actually Macho.
Mizdow.
He's actually Macho Mandow right now. But keep going.
Yeah, whatever. He was Mizdow for a bit,
yeah,
but then they just completely have that whole build-up, and then it's 3 matches on Raw, and that's it. And you're just like, okay, what was the point of that?
It is build up and no payoff.
Why would you do that?
Anyway, so
Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine. Just
I'm not sorry to interrupt.
okay. Well, I'm sorry, not sorry. Just keeping you abreast of the pay-per-views that are coming up. Why is that funny?
All right.
Nothing. I just had. What do you mean?
Just had a sudden case of the sneezes.
Okay, wait. Okay, so just for clarification, so now Curtis Axel and Macho Mando have a tag team called the Meta Powers.
Yes.
Oh boy.
And they're
Called the what?
The Meta
Instead of
Powers.
the Mega Powers, it's the Meta Powers.
Oh my gosh.
Like Abed is Meta.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what's going
that's
on.
a
Well,
thing.
they're firm. Don't worry, they're firmly entrenched in the pre-show spot, where it's like, it's them against Ascension. Great. Yeah, everyone celebrate. Hey,
Ascension sure took off, didn't they?
oh my God, yeah.
A funny story about Ascension. His uncle's brother's cousins likes Disney World.
Hey, shut up! You shut your mouth.
Alex, you're about to get
back.
Alex, you're about to make yourself an enemy of the show. Speaking of which,
Okay.
do you have
Oh
an enemy of
boy,
the show?
that was forced.
God,
That was forced.
They're all forced, folks.
they're all forced.
None are intentionally good.
But
There's no real attempt
That was bad. I do have a new enemy to the show, and I don't know if you're going to like it, Matt, because we know someone who works there.
Oh,
Cable service provider, Bell Alliance. You are the new enemy of the show.
what's up? What do they do?
Well, it took a long time for me to get the cable in my new apartment, which I am coming from now, which is probably why it sounds like I live in a friggin' palace. Not the palace, but a palace.
Like the club.
Picture me in the Ice Palace from Frozen.
Yeah, with the
But,
giant snow guy.
with
in
a lot
there.
more windows. So,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let it go.
So yeah, I was supposed to get my cable put in on Tuesday afternoon of last week. Monday, I'm in Toronto, and I get a call from a tech on my voicemail. She's like, "Hey, I'm going to be at your place in a minute. Bye." I was just like, okay.
I had a very similar experience.
I definitely wouldn't schedule it for Monday because I knew I wasn't in town, and
that
they
Kim
told me
Gordon?
Tuesday afternoon. So I called Bell, and I was like, "Hey, there's a tech guy coming to my place right now, and I'm going to tell you this much right now. I'm not going to be there because I'm in a different province." And they're like, "Oh, okay." So I moved it to Tuesday afternoon for fiber up setup. So I get home Tuesday afternoon. I'm at work, 10 a.m. Get a call from the tech. "Hey, I'm going to be at your place in a minute. Bye." I was like, okay. I mean, I was at work. My boss is good about that sort of thing. We get along great. And so I left, came here. He's like, "Where's the panel?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, where's the panel?" I was like, I don't know. I just moved here. I don't know where the cable panel is." And then
Such a
he's
ridiculous
He's
concept.
like looking around. I was like, "Well, there's a panel." He's like, "Well, those are the fuses." I was like, "Yeah, well, I don't know what you're talking about." So he goes outside of the apartment, and he's like, "Oh, your cable panel is outside." He's like, "I'm gonna have to drill through the hallway into your wall, run 35 meters of cable along the ceiling and down."
No, you
And
don't.
I'm like, "Okay." And I was like,
You can't do that though, right?
I was like, "I don't own this place. Like, I know this is a condo building, but I'm renting it." And he's like, "Oh, okay, well."
Do that, man.
He's like, "Well, in that case, we need a letter." And I was like, no.
like he was saying, like, "Oh, we can do it if this person says it's okay."
Yeah, like they can run.
Oh, okay.
35
Well, no
meters
way is that
through
gonna
the wall.
happen.
And I was just like, "Well, I'm not doing that." And then so I was just like, "Okay." Well, I was like, "Well," he's like, "I was like, you guys do copper?" He's like, "Well, it's a lot slower." And I was like, "Well, no, it's not because my old building didn't have fiber up, so it's the exact speed I'm used to." And he's like, "Okay." So he calls and he's like, "Yeah, we can't do fiber, or we can't do copper setup either." I was like, "Okay."
What?
And I was like, "Why not?" He's like, "It's just not wired for it." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "So see what you can do." I was like, "Well, I can't do anything. You're kind of the guy here." So I went to work, called to cancel, and I was like, "Yeah, they said they can't do cable or at all. They can't do a copper install. The fiber op is a no-go right now." And he's like, "Okay." And he's just like, I was like, "So I want to cancel, but I don't want to get dinged for a cancellation fee because I literally can't get it." He's like, "Okay. Yeah, so they can do copper at that building." I was like, "Oh, okay." Of course. 2 hours of work gone. So I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Well, they can come in Thursday at between 9 and 12 or whatever." I was like, "Okay."
So the
10 a.m.
technician said they can't do copper, and
Yeah.
then the guy from there was like, "Yeah, they can."
"Yeah, we can." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Can you triple check?" He's like, "Yep." So Thursday, I'm like, "Okay." I told my boss, like, I can't come in. I'm getting the cable installed. I know I left work for 2 hours to get cable installed. You cannot take my word for it that it wasn't, and I'm still without it.
Hey, you gotta believe me, boss.
So what happens Thursday morning at 10 a.m.? "Hey, it's Ted. I'm coming to do a fiber op install." "No, you're not.
no. God,
You better not be coming to a fiber op install.
Ted.
I will murder you if you
Don't
walk into
come
my
here,
place
Ted.
and try to fiber op into it."
Get out of my place, Ted.
I will end you.
I will end you, Ted.
So I was like, yeah, we can't do that because this is. I was so mad on the phone, but like not mad at him, but just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like 3 calls with them trying to come with fiber op, and they weren't supposed to at all. So I was like, no, you can't come in here. He's like, okay. He's like, I'm just send it off to dispatch because you don't have a copper install for today. I was like, great. So the guy finally showed up at noon, ran the stuff, finally got it installed. He's like, it's really slow. And I was like, well, it is what it is. He's like, you should really get fiber op installed. And I was like, yeah, man, I've been over this already. Yeah. So after, 2 weeks of waiting and then 3 days of awkward back and forth, I finally have my cable installed. Thanks for nothing, Bell Lion. New enemy of the show. Go suck an egg.
Hey, Bell Lion, go suck an egg. You heard it here first, folks.
I'm probably going to get called today. Hey, I'm coming in for a fire. No, I got it. I don't need it anymore.
It's knocking your door right now.
My experience...
Monsieur Superman is no here.
No, Monsieur Superman, no. I don't have any money, no.
Can I just drop off this brochure?
No.
Bell Lion, last year I was trying to get my cable installed, and it was supposed to come, and they're supposed to mail it to me, and it didn't come for a couple weeks. And then I asked them to send it, and they're like, "Oh, no one ever sent it to you." And I was like, "Well, great. I've been waiting 2 weeks doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
I've been waiting every day for the mail guy to come with it, and never actually came." So
and that's the annoying thing when you're talking to them on the phone. Like, these guys are like, well, the order here says... I'm like, I know what the order says. Like, obviously you're following what's in the system. I'm not arguing that. What I'm telling you is when I was talking to the person, they did one thing and then did another because you're doing things wrong. Like, yeah, well, in the system... I know what it says in the system, and that's really the whole problem to begin with. So anyway, it was a big pain in the bottom, and then you kind of can't really argue your point. Have it now. We'll see how it goes. I might switch providers just because I'm irked, but then that'd be another time off for getting cable installed, which I feel bad doing after 47 times. So yeah, why can't things be simple? I don't know. It just doesn't work this way.
And why can't we be friends?
Yep.
Why can't we be friends?
Well, Matt, I just went over why we can't be friends because they friggin'
No. I mean, it was a general thing. Okay, I didn't mean to use.
I had some news regarding...
Oh, too bad you don't have any anymore. All right. Well, guys, next week, check back for...
check back for news.
Check back for news. What's your news, Will?
I actually have to find it here.
Oh, boy.
It sounded very depressing, and I was afraid you were going to announce an illness, maybe.
No, this is not... Oh, my God. Announce an illness on the podcast?
Like, you said I have some news.
Could you imagine
that? Matt, that'd be weird if he just told us he was, like, ill. We'd be like, oh, maybe not when we're live on a podcast.
Yeah, it's like, hey, guys, they found a lump. Oh, God, no.
Oh, my...
This is awful. This is all Edward-related news.
Edward Snowden, our weekly Edward Snowden update.
Still in Russia. Everybody's in Russian.
Still in Russia, and there's still the movie starring, what's it, Justin Gordon-Levitt? Is that him playing Snowden?
Nope.
Yeah. Nope.
Wait, what? Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Julian Assange.
Yeah, me too.
Falling into This Week Tonight's trap.
Yes, exactly. Last week
Julian
tonight.
Assange and Last Week Tonight. This Week Tonight. This Week Tonight would be impressive.
Yeah, it's like, this is what's going to happen this week. If you're in the Brooklyn or Maui area... They're one and the same.
Oh, boy.
Edward is playing at Brooklyn International Film Festival and the Maui Film Festival. So if you're in Brooklyn between May 29th and June 7th, check out Edward at the Brooklyn International Film Festival, The Biff. And then if you're in Maui, where my roommate just came back from whence my roommate came back? No, from where... He came back. He was there.
Say the words.
Say the words.
He was there. He no longer is. He's back to where he was.
So they're in Maui from June 3rd to the 7th, and I thought I'd have a list of there's the BC. The film industry here has its own kind of award called the Leo Awards. And Edward was nominated for 15 Leo Awards. So that's pretty good. That's pretty.
Did they announce who won yet?
No, it's when are the Leo Awards? There's sometime in.
I usually know this.
There's sometime. Oh, shut up. There's sometime in June.
Alex said last night.
So Leo, it takes place over 2 consecutive weekends, June 6th and then the 13th and 14th. Also, I just noticed this: the Ian Hanlon film "Afflicted" also was nominated for best motion picture. So good for him. What else? Oh, Grumpy Cat got nominated for Best Editing. All right, so that's the kind of
Grumpy Cat filmed, and
that's the kind of competition we're facing. Yes, I don't think Aubrey Plaza came up here though.
Else.
Yes, edited. There's nothing else, but yes, congratulations to Edward, to Kyle and Jash, the two filmmakers. Finally,
is his name Josh, and are you saying it wrong, or is that actually his name?
His name's Jash.
You have not answered my question.
His name's Jash. Kyle and Jash. They
please.
saw their little flick. What was it? 2013. Matt, when did you get married?
I got 2013. You're correct.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's
because I shot it. We shot it right after I came back from the wedding, basically. Ooh. Yeah, I was still in my tux. Guess I ought to return that to Moors.
Yeah, that's pricey.
Whatever. Okay, so yes, congratulations to Edward. Guys, anything else this week? I don't know. I don't think so.
I had a Wahlberg show. Was that good?
Whoa! Don't yawn to the microphone next time.
What'd you have there, Alex?
I have the OFD, the originally from Dorchester, and it was all right.
Oh, you say cheese curds is better.
I find, yeah. I mean, I feel like in Halifax, we have. I mean, I don't know.
Cheese curds is pretty unreal.
Cheese curds is unreal, but like even like Five Guys is equally if not better. Like I don't know.
I like Five Guys.
Yeah, you find a couple places that have good burgers, and then I mean, there's not really a way you can beat it. I mean, you get a good burger, good meat, simple happens, stuff like that. Wahlburger, maybe it's just my experience. I will give it a shot again, possibly in I don't know, November, but
possibly week 9.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, I booked I'm going to see the Foo Fighters too in Fenway Park, so I could go down there too. So, okay.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be an unreal show.
Finally booked our hotel, so that's why it just came to me. So it's really official this time, so that's gonna be a lot of fun in the back bay of Boston.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man, they're gonna open with something from nothing, and it's gonna.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Fenway doesn't have a roof, but it'll blow the ceiling off the world.
I'm gonna be like, where'd it go? Where's my mind?
So look out, God, because they're gonna blow the roof off your place.
That's what I always say. Yeah, but that's it for me. I don't know about you guys.
Right, we'll see.
I may be back next week. I don't know the last time I did consecutive podcasts, so why start now?
Yeah. All right. That's all. Hey, if you want to follow our misadventures, we're on the Twitter sphere, right?
I have Mr. Adventures, not misadventures.
All right. I have human ventures because we're all part of the same race of white people. So I'm at William C. Vaughan on Twitter.
Yep. I'm at William C. Vaughan.
No, you're not.
Twitter.
No.
And I'm at William C. Vaughan on the old Twitter page.
So anytime you see a bad tweet, it's from one of them, and anytime you see a hilarious, awesome tweet, it's Mos Def for me.
So it's just Alex and I running
definitely get hacked. His account definitely get hacked.
Mos Def.
All right.
Yeah, Fleek.
We going.
Don't say that. All right, next week we got the Elimination Chamber preview coming up.
We sure do.
Notes.
Hey, don't tell me what I'm not going to say.
I'm telling us what we're not going to say, yo.
Little turd.
Hey now.
Sorry. I don't know where that came from. Came from an angry place, and I'm not proud of it. All right, we'll see you next week. Outro music is currently playing. Alex, did you see Avengers yet?
No, I haven't. And
I'll see
that and Mad Max. I don't know. I just got to get on that.
I'll try to watch
we have
Mad Max
a review of Mad Max. We can all talk about a movie for the first time in forever.
Yeah.
For the first time in forever.
All right. Second Frozen reference of the day. Good stuff.
Hey.
I know what I'm going to do tonight.
Adele Dazeem.
Hey, do you want to build a snowman?
Wickedly
doesn't have to be a snowman.
Wickedly talented. One man. All right, we going.
Yeah,
bye, Felicia. I just found out what that meant this week, so I wanted to use it. Bye, Felicia.